Same.
I'm tired. I've got a kid home sick today. It is just a busy day. So, where's the hotel car? Which hotel did you jack that from? The Thompson, the W?
The Grand Hyatt, of course.
Naturally. Ooh, I need to put do not disturb on.
I just did the same thing.
And my email has just been insane. Beach Bum Dave, Hunt, Shirley, Josh, good morning, everybody. I'm still uploading the deck this morning. It's a little slower day. Jason didn't bring me my Starbucks.
Oh, I know. All right, who's in here? Hunt, Josh, Mosh 6, Beach Bum Dave,
Wendy,
Shirley.
let's get a mimosa. I love that.
I wish, yeah, I would love a mimosa.
Tony, Debbie Blonick's in here. Good morning, man. We got everybody today. Almost there, deleting all the old photos. What's so funny is like Haps tells you that you have a 20 image max that you can upload, but it carried over all of my images from last week, which were way more because I had photos from Italy with Davide, plus last week's deck. So there were like 40 something images in here. So I'm getting there slowly but surely, just like Shirley Baker.
Good morning.
Here. Did it get cold down by you yet? It got cold here really quick.
Here, so that's why I got my hot coffee, which I really do hot.
Hot coffee.
No, yeah. It's 54 in Nashville right now, which is pretty cold for us.
Yeah, that is cold for you.
Mosh, we're actually going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Yep, I'm getting the deck up here. Ah, yes, that is a good one. I think that actually might be our first topic once we get going here. Because I just did the slide for it. So, Jason, when is your next trip?
Saturday. I fly Saturday to Fort Lauderdale, and I get on the Celebrity Apex on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, like I'm doing Hunt. It's there. It's just I tried to hide it, like since it's the pre-show.
He's so self-conscious about this right now. He's
like, I'm Hunt. It is. There's a little on the refrigerator. Like it's starting to happen.
You're so ridiculous.
I know.
So you're doing the Apex, and then
doing the Apex for
sailing.
So it's just a 2-night travel agent sailing. So for travel agents, celebrity executives, and like media, that kind of stuff. And then I'm in Miami. Then I get off the ship in Fort Lauderdale, Uber to Miami. I'm in Miami for 1 night, and then I hop on the Celebrity Summit for 5 nights.
Ooh, is that a work thing or is that a treat yourself thing? Or
that is a treat yourself. Just decided just to go.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm excited, and rate dropped quite a bit on the Royal Suite, so I am cruising solo in the Royal Suite. So it will be
pampered.
Yeah, Josh says we'll miss you on Freedom. I know I'm going to be such a jerk with so many of my friends on the Freedom, and I'll be on the Summit in the Royal Suite in the retreat by myself, and not feeling any regret.
It's so fun to cruise with other people. I think, and I'm not trying to say this because obviously there were jobs that had it way worse, be it medical people during the pandemic. But I'll tell you, even though I'm going for a work reason next week to Italy, it is nice to treat yourself and take some me time. Mm-hmm. Do something by yourself, even if it's just cruising by yourself, or you meet other people you've never met, but just
I'm sure I will.
Yourself.
Right. No, I'm excited. I am this is my first true solo trip, and I did think about the freedom of everybody, but I'll be honest, I just really wanted to hang out in the retreat. Like, so that's what I wanted. I wanted to be in the retreat, so that's what I booked.
I can't
So
blame you. I mean, like, I'm looking for, my downtime in Italy when I'm not working. I'm like, where's a nice rooftop bar? I actually
I
found this like day spa that's underground and like some Roman ruins and stuff. And I'm like, that sounds
why
really
not?
nice.
Why not? Well, Haley, it is top of the hour. Hello, everybody. It
Hello,
is
hello, everybody. Kick us off, Jason.
all right. It is 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, God's time. We are coming to you live as we do every Tuesday morning. Today in travel, we'll bring you all the news, the good, the bad, the ugly. This is the fair and balanced travel show that you so desperately need. I am Jason Poole, a travel advisor with Cruise Planners, which is an American Express travel representative. I love cruising. I love all inclusive resorts, and I just love European land travel. Those are kind of my three focuses that I really hone in on, and just love booking for clients. And my hotel guru, my travel hack guru, my points guru across the digital divide, Miss Haley. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. And like Jason said, we are here every week. I am a travel blogger. I own a hotel sales support company. I've worked in hotels for almost 15 years. That feels really weird to say. And I love cruising. I love Disney. I love Europe land travel. I pretty much love it all. I'm not picky as long as
I,
it's
I,
not a hostel.
I love, so it's crazy. I've been home now for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and I'm like, okay, I miss the airport. I miss pre-check. I miss the Sky Lounge.
I,
Like,
I I feel so crazy. Like this is my like 1 week home because I was in Nashville 2 weeks ago. I was in
right?
Michigan last week. I'm home this week, and then I'm off at it again next
I
week.
love it. I love traveling. So, well, let's get started with the news.
Yes, absolutely. So, for those of you that are new, we have the travel agenda that we do every week. Beach Bum Dave, thanks so much for the award. We appreciate it. We're going to talk about hot travel topics, and there are some hot ones this
There
week.
were,
Some great
there
debate
are.
options. And first one up, unvaccinated Americans to face tighter COVID testing requirements in the new U.S. travel system that is starting November 8th. Take it away, Jason.
So, under the current restrictions, anybody who leaves the country for more than, I believe it's 3 days, has to get a COVID test, vaccinated or unvaccinated, to get back into the United States.
And I think it's
And
72 hours prior to the
72
flight
hours.
time of the
Yep.
flight going to the US.
Correct, which is why when you get to the gate agent, I'm sorry, the check-in agent, they always ask for your COVID test, and all the inclusive resorts, all the cruise lines, they all know about this and they all do it. Some are complimentary, some you have to pay, but
And
all
keep
the
in mind
hotel.
when you're doing a long haul flight like from Europe and say you're going from Athens to Charles de Gaulle to JFK, it has to be 72 hours from that Charles de Gaulle
Uh,
flight
huh?
to the
which
US.
is which is why I don't like connecting international flights. But that's a whole nother topic of
That's a whole nother
conversation.
topic.
No topic. So starting November 8th, the United States is now going to shorten the time period for unvaccinated Americans to 1 day before their flight time to get the negative COVID test results to enter the United States. So, no change for vaccinated Americans. This
Oh,
only affects those who are not vaccinated and cannot show proof of vaccination.
what's crazy is that sends a chill down my spine, even though I'm vaccinated, because I've been that person trying to find a place in Paris to come back,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was
So
stressful.
I think this is okay, right? Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to be vaccinated, like, well, so what? You don't want to get certain vaccines, you can't go to college. You don't want to get certain vaccines, well, you can't have a 3-day window to get a COVID test to come back into the country. I have no problem with this whatsoever.
I love it. I honestly, I wish this carried over a little bit more domestically. I know that would be hard to do, but I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. So if you're not vaccinated, make sure you're getting your test late, or just go get the vaccine. All right, moving
Yes.
on.
This broadcast is sponsored by Moderna, Pfizer, Biotech. It's not, but
Okay, so the CDC has extended the conditional sailing order for cruises into January 2022. Um, Basically, I read this as like business as usual, right? So they have to keep following the
the pro.
protocol set out by the CDC. So testing requirements, vaccine requirements, limiting capacity. Although lots of sailings on Royal Caribbean have been quite full. So I assume they're still under the threshold, but yeah. So basically, this cruise lines are still. We're going to be living with this. You have to show a COVID test to get to the terminal. Get on the ship. You have to show proof of vaccination if you're over the 12 years old now, but it's probably soon to be, you know,
Yeah,
5 and above.
5 and older. Yeah,
Yeah.
Olivia's
So basically,
ready.
the CDC is just saying business as usual through January. But it was important to know someone from the CDC said they think these protocols are working. They never expected transmission rates to be zero on cruise ships, but there's been no major breakouts. None of the medical facilities have been overrun. So we're gonna see breakthrough cases, obviously, but these protocols are working, and they're gonna keep them going until January.
No, absolutely. So I kind of like I get caught up. I fully agree with it. Like love it because I think it is working. I wish there were other parts of the industry that had a few more requirements
Like,
on it. I don't know, maybe even it's hard to say with airlines because like obviously like with the flight attendants and stuff that are vaccinated, there's no like cases there and those people are traveling all the time. But it just makes me wonder if you have somebody that's unvaccinated coming from a hot spot, say to somewhere up here in the Northeast, like Vermont. I tend to wonder. And with hotels, I mean, there's no tracing. Like
well, so
no idea, no thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like that it's working, but I think it's also taught us, and what I think a lot of us like now is I don't miss being crammed onto a deck for muster drill, like being jammed in with places. I think a lot of companies are starting to rethink how they move people within their facility and whatnot. Like people are sick of being jammed in things. I hope that stays. I like there's just like I find it interesting that it's very strict on just one.
well, you have to remember too, cruising is by definition just it's a luxury, it's not a necessity. Where you know traveling amongst the states is a constitutionally protected right. Now, flying on a plane necessarily isn't a protected right, right? No one's saying you hang it in your car, but I am sympathetic to there are maybe some emergencies
Yeah.
and look, but also on planes when everyone has to be wearing the mask from airport to airport. Take it off just if you're eating the filtration systems. I mean, there haven't really been a large outbreaks amongst
No.
flight attendants, the pilots, or even passengers on planes. So I think what's working in the plane world is working as well.
Yeah. I think more so I'm like saying when you come to like all inclusive resorts or, even stateside resorts and whatnot, like you don't know who's showing up through there. And I know that's such a hard thing to tackle,
And
but
well, I mean, look, I mean, there are some all-inclusive resorts that are in countries where you have to be vaccinated, right? Or you have to
yeah.
show proof of a negative COVID test to enter a country like St. Martin, or Mexico as a country is kind of a free for all, but some of the properties in Mexico are going to require COVID testing. So, and then now with this, you have to be tested within 1 day if you're not vaccinated to come back into the country. I think that's going to keep some people from traveling.
Oh, I agree. And it's kind of like Justin and Ms. Kier saying, I think we've seen some great things come out of this too, like the new e-muster formats.
I agree.
Uh, and it makes you wonder, like, from a sanitation wise, it's like, man, why was I crammed in this like section
It's
of a deck
disgusting.
with like You become even more cognizant. Like,
You do.
flying a lot for work, like I've seen some pretty gross things on airplanes. But then when you start thinking about bigger pictures, like, oh, we used to do this. Oh God,
I
it's
agree.
awful.
I agree. Well, somebody
All
was
right.
asking us in the
Yeah.
pre-show about travel to the United States. Well, we have some good news for our foreign fans. The United States is going to end the travel ban November 8th for vaccinated international visitors. So this applies to everybody 18 and above. You have to present a negative COVID test, and I believe it said within 3 days. I believe that's what it said.
It is three. Yep.
3 days, and proof of vaccination to enter the country. So
And kids can
this
travel with vaccinated parents.
exactly. So I think this is great news. The world has been more open to Americans than the United States has been to the world. So I'm glad we're finally opening our borders for vaccinated people to come visit
Well,
us.
it's so big, and especially for areas like where I live, like close to a border. Um,
Hmm.
those those foreign travel dollars are very, very,
Yeah,
very important. So
no,
yes, and
absolutely. So
watch the Vegas, here we come. Oh my goodness. If you need
fun.
help with Vegas, Jason can book it for you. And Lord knows I have a ton of blog articles on things to
I
do. Gosh.
I love Las Vegas. Love
Yes,
it.
you do.
I want to go back. I want to go back. I love it.
I'd consider maybe with you. Maybe.
That would be fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'll let you. Never mind. So, so this is something that
This is hot off
Haley
the
kind of
presses.
hot off the presses. This just happened. So Marriott Bonvoy is getting rid of their award chart. So Haley, stop me if what I'm saying is incorrect. So the way the award chart works, every property in their portfolio is given a ranking, a 1, a 2, a 7, like a Ritz
I'm going to see if
Carlton.
I can pull it up here, actually.
Sure. So every property is given a ranking, and they had a set standard peak season, off season point redemption rate for that property.
Oh, good. I can get it.
Marriott is going to more of a dynamic pricing with points, just like we have with dollars when redeeming. So the last major hotel chain to give us this award chart is Hyatt, and you said there was one more,
Wyndham.
Wyndham. So everyone else has gone to this dynamic point pricing, which, I mean, that's how the airlines do it.
It is. I mean,
Right.
this is huge because people in the main brands, and main brands I'm going to say is IHG, or not IHG, pardon me, Hilton, Marriott, and I'll even throw Hyatt into the mix here. Those people are incessant about their status and their points. Especially Marriott. I will say that working in the hotel world, Marriott Diamond members points people are no, they're a little insufferable sometimes. Like they are like if I had $1 for every time I I've worked at a Hilton and it's anyways, it had a strong following. So there was a huge clash a couple years ago on this program when Marriott purchased Starwood, because Starwood actually technically had the best rewards program out of all the brands. And it merged into Bonvoy, which was just kind of a chaotic mess. Not the same perks, amenities that the Starwood people were used to. So there's a big, huge upheaval over that. But this has kind of been like a saving grace. It's like you could always count on, like if you see here in the tier below, that if you wanted to stay at a tier 8 hotel during peak or standard time, it was only going to be 80 to 90,000 points. Like you could bank on that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can save up your points and bank on that. So now what's going to happen, this is a hotel hat coming on, because from a consumer side, this makes me sad. From a hotel side, I love it. Because
Yeah,
I mean, the point evaluation that the hotel, so if a hotel sells out, they will get paid by Marriott, Hilton Corporate for the points only reservations that stayed at the hotel. So they'll get reimbursed for that. So when they're getting reimbursed for that, that's very small in comparison to like what a Ritz-Carlton residence goes for, an Edition goes for, what they're selling for during summertime. So now, I mean, it's scary sometimes because I've checked my Hilton Honors. I'll look at, that Conrad in Fort Lauderdale Beach, and it's almost 200,000 Hilton points for a night because it's dynamic and scalable. So I love it from a revenue side in the industry. I hate it from the consumer side, though.
Okay. Okay.
So
Well,
I know that's wordy, but it is sad
no,
to see it go.
I think that would be great. Which is why I've often thought Hyatt has the best point
Oh,
redemption in the
for the
industry.
amount of points, 100%. And if you are a Chase fan, sorry, Jason, if you are a Chase Sapphire, Chase Preferred fan, they're a Hyatt transfer partner. And I mean, the free nights at Hyatt, you can get a free night at a Hyatt starting around anywhere between 6 to 8,000 points.
I mean, how much was my Hyatt Regency JFK? I mean, that was a nice hotel, and it was
Was it 12?
12,000, 12.
Yeah, I mean, the valuation, the only downside is obviously there's not as many Hyatts.
Right.
I'm also starting to see Hyatt is branching a lot out into soft brand boutique. So you're seeing some more of those kind of pop up under the Hyatt flag. So I'm hoping they don't get rid of it because I do love their awards redemption.
And I love Hyatt. Hyatt's my favorite.
I know you do. And actually, we're going to talk about another hotel topic as our last agenda piece. I know how you feel about this.
Oh my gosh. So don't get me started. So, you guys know what resort fees are, right? So you book a property, at Marriott.com, Hyatt.com, wherever, and it's $499 a night for the nice, Grand Hyatt Baha Mar. You're like, fine, I will pay $500 a night for the Grand Hyatt Baha Mar. You get there, they check in. Would you like to use the card that you used for the $59 a day resort fee? I think this is just it infuriates me, resort fees. Well, there are some lawsuits going on from like the District of Columbia. Lots of states attorneys generals have filed lawsuits against Marriott because Marriott has made millions of dollars in resort fees. Marriott's response is, well, we want to make a profit. And so they're going to go to court. Now, during the Trump administration, there was a bill going through Congress to eliminate resort fees. President Trump said he would have vetoed it because he has properties. He has properties that charge resort fees, and he probably makes tons of money on these resort fees. So then President Trump said he was going to veto it, so it went nowhere. So I am hoping this opens the door on the what I call a shameful practice of resort fees, and it comes to an end.
So, from somebody that works on the inside and consumes, I do think they're stupid. Because if you're going to include things like, for example, one of my favorite hotels is like that Hilton on Fort Lauderdale Beach. One of my
Yeah.
absolute favorites. I think their resort fee is like $30-ish a night.
Okay.
And it includes the 2 beach loungers with the umbrella, 2 welcome cocktails, cookies and milk for kids with a little sand bucket and shovel, and 2 water bottles or something like that. Here's the thing. If you just threw that into the rate, I would still book it anyways. Like, putting it as a resort fee just feels kind of sneaky, and it's the assumption that everybody's going to want that amenity. But this is also a slippery slope, pardon me, because you're seeing hotels now starting to experiment with charging for amenities, like the TWA hotel at JFK. The pool is not included in your hotel rate. If you want to go to the pool, you're going to pay like a cover charge to use the pool. And I think that is infuriating because I'm going to purchase a hotel. I'm going to book a hotel at a certain price point because I want certain amenities.
I agree.
And like
And
that TWA hotel is not cheap. And it's not like it's that
I stayed
nice.
there. I stayed there. It's not that nice. Like
No, I
it's
mean it
it's
goes for over
cute. It's
$200 a night. And then you got to
I
pay
think
for a pool and stuff on top of it. No.
I agree. So
No.
I think what they're trying to do, the hotel that's $4.99 a night, is trying to compete with the hotel that has less amenities that's only $3.99 a night. So now they're able to say, "Hey, we're just $100 more." It's like, well, no, you're actually $150.
That you're kind of right along the line of that ideology because then what happens is so you'll see all right there's the Hilton in Miami, right, like in
Hmm.
downtown Miami. um their rate is 199, and then the Hilton that's on South Beach can say, oh, my rate is 189. But then when they go and look, then when they pull people over to look, they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, there might be a resort fee, but look at everything it includes." Like, even though it's
Right.
stuff that really, in the grand scheme of things, does
I
not
agree.
cost money. Like, it does not cost money for them to like give you two beach chairs and an
No,
umbrella with two bottles of
no,
water. Just
no.
like, we've talked about on this broadcast before too, that a lot of times hotels will try to pacify an angry guest and say, oh, I can give you rewards points.
Yep.
And people will be like, oh my God, they offered me 10,000 rewards points. That cost them $10.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I think it's very shicey and great because here's the thing. If I looked at, that Miami situation, be like, okay, 199 I can stay in downtown Miami, but do you know what? For 239, I could stay on the beach, have two beach chairs and a welcome
Hmm.
drink. I would probably still book that because it has the amenities I want. It's
I
on the
agree.
beach, this and it's
I,
that. And I think it's
I
just
agree.
hotels doing a really poor job of value add selling. So,
I agree. And from a travel advisor perspective, they're cheating us out of commission because resort fees are not commissionable.
well,
So
yeah.
they get to slide a little bit of the cost that a client's paying into the non-commissionable bucket, which I
Well, I
think is
mean, that's what some of these bigger cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and stuff do for you guys. Like,
they do have a non-commissionable part of the cruise fare. They do. They do, and it's annoying. Virgin does not. Virgin does
oh,
not. Virgin is shaking things up from the consumer side, and we could talk about Virgin for a while. A while,
oh,
but
especially once you and I get to do a sailing on board together.
that'll be
Let's see
fun.
here. Is the resort fees per night or standard? Most resort fees are done in a per night situation.
Yeah, everyone that I've seen has always been per night.
Yeah. It's just all it is it's a sleazy marketing tactic, in my
I agree.
opinion. And I
I
love
agree.
making money for hotels. That's what pays my bills.
Yeah,
But that I just find is very, very sleazy. I, in essence, just like to package things because I think when you have things packaged, I think that's more of an appealing
I
look.
agree. I agree. I agree. All right.
All
Well,
right.
moving on.
Perfect.
Sorry for the
I know
rant, guys.
we could get on that one. So this is a combination of two of the three questions that were posted, and I actually thought they were great. Jason, what are your must-haves for your carry-on for long haul flights?
So I have to bring an iPad, either my iPad Pro or my iPad Mini. I fill it with movies and TV shows from Netflix, Disney, Amazon. I do a lot of offline content, and I have to have noise canceling headphones. I don't like the AirPods Pro because they hurt my ears, so I just have the regular AirPods, which I'm getting new ones today. AirPods 3 come out today, any
Ooh.
moment. Excited, but I have over the head, over the ear, I should say, Beats noise canceling headphones. That plus movies, it you can knock out 2-3 hours of chunks very quickly on long haul flights. So that is my must have for long haul flights.
Okay, I'm gonna take this to a whole nother level here, Jason.
Okay.
Sorry, my dog's under my desk. But so obviously movies, having music playlists and stuff downloaded. I always carry a little bottle of lotion because flying just is very drying. I carry lip balm for that same reason. I always have a lip balm in my bag.
I do too. Now,
Sometimes I'll even bring the little gel under eye little mask.
well, I'm neurotic. If it's a true long haul, like across the pond, I pack a travel size moisturizer, a travel size face wash. I bring a toothbrush and I go to the bathroom after dinner and I like wash my face, just a basic moisturizer. I brush my teeth, I take my nighttime pills, put in my retainer, and I try to go to sleep. So I try to make it
up like even Flonase. I'll pack some Flonase, just kind of.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I pack all my medicine. Like I keep it on my carry-on. So I guess that would be another thing. A must-have. You got to have your medicine. It's like if you're supposed to take a medicine every night, you need to keep on that schedule.
And sometimes I will also bring like a pair of leggings rolled up in my bag if it's a long flight, because last thing I want to do is sit in a skirt or jeans for 8 hours. And one of the questions that was brought up in this vein is, how do you sleep in one of those non-nice lie flat seats on a long haul flight? And for me, I don't fully sleep. It's kind of like that. I rest my eyes because I have restless leg syndrome anyways. I'm actually going to be debuting this. So I used it when I went to Europe the first time because I was not in a lie flat seat. It's this neck pillow-ish brand called Turtle. It's TRTL. And I'm going to have a code and stuff for people. It was actually recommended by my chiropractor because a lot of those other neck pillows aren't the most supportive thing on earth. And it's a wrap that has kind of like a small flexible casing in the one side. So you can either put it to this side, the front, this side, however, which way is comfortable for you. And I had a lot of success with that. Like, not a true sleep, I would say, but it was a lot more comfortable. And I didn't wake up with that, the kink in your neck kind of situation. And it's the best kind of travel neck pillow that I've ever used.
I just use the pillow they give me. I traveled with the neck pillow once, and I it didn't help.
Well, that's the nice thing about this one is like because it's not a pillow, it folds up, so it's kind of like the shape,
right?
Which is nice.
I have even in a bed, I have a hard time sleeping. Like I did sleep on my last one. I think because I had a lot of vodka, and I don't know if that was sleep as much as it was kind of just like goodbye world. She kept giving me vodka. So, I mean, even on the lay down bed.
And you said it too, the toothbrush and the toothpaste.
Like I like it.
I need it.
I agree.
And the noise canceling headphones. And then, like I said, a pair of comfy pants.
Yes.
Comfy pants. Like that is a must for me. Sometimes I'll even add like a facial mist to like that Evian mineral
I've been done that. That's a good
I'll
idea.
do that sometimes too, just because you really just feel so dry.
You know what? And I always wear shoes like loafers that are easy to take on and off without lacing them. So I have a pair of they're a pair of like Prada loafers. I've had them for years. They're very comfortable, and everybody who ever flown with me, that's the only shoe I wear when I fly. Like
that is true. I've now flown with you a couple times,
and I always wear those shoes because they're just so easy to get on and off. I can wear them all day. My feet do not hurt. Something without laces.
Hopefully, I'll have them in time for Italy. I'm actually trying a new pair of sneakers. They don't look like workout sneakers. They're a more casual sneaker. They're called Kizik. They're $99.
I know that brand.
Yeah, so the heel actually pops back up so you can just slide into the shoes.
Right.
And they're supposed to be super comfortable.
That's called something. I can't think of what it's called. Anyways, we have to move on.
But yeah, no, I'm trying one of those, but no, that was a great question, you guys. trying to think. I'm like, is there anything else that I do?
Mm-hmm.
Tip of the day. Oh no, that's the wrong tip of the day. I didn't change this. All right. So our actual tip of the day, let me go to our sheet here, Jason, is you need to check price match guarantees. That's what the actual tip of the day is. So when I say price match guarantees with brands like Hilton, Hyatt, Marriott, they all have best price guarantees if you book with them directly. The reason being is it costs a lot of money. And this makes Jason mad when you book through sites like Expedia. Like Expedia's commission percentage on an average hotel reservation is roughly 17%. Like it is extremely high. Um, and because the hotel brands have this rule in place that you'll find the best price with them, if you find a cheaper advertised price, and when I say advertised, it has to be public facing, it can't be like a members only Groupon style
Right.
rate. And if it matches completely same room type, same, advanced purchase or non-advanced purchase, like it has to match to a T. Hilton, for example, will match the price and give you an additional 25% off. So you could be leaving money on the table if you're not checking these, because they're trying to keep their hotels in line. If a hotel is caught advertising on a third party website cheaper, they can actually get fined anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per occurrence.
That was news to me. I can remember. Oh yeah, well, you talked about that when you were in town. Like I did not know that was a thing. So yeah, so I think that's a great tip.
Yes, I mean, don't leave money on the table. Let me grab our next slide here. Our question of the day from our Today in Travel.live group. If you guys have travel questions, want to share some of your travel favorites, make sure you join us at Today in Travel.live, which will bring you to our Facebook group. Jason, take it away. This is a cruise
All
question.
right, and so Kathleen posted a great question. As a travel advisor, I get this question all the time. How strict are cruise lines with the assigned boarding times? Can you go in early? Now, pre-COVID, everybody ignored their check-in time. Right? Everybody ignored it. You just showed up to the
Absolutely.
terminal whenever you wanted, and it was fine. That is not the case anymore.
Definitely is not.
When you check into the cruise, they give you a 30-minute window. You need to be there within that 30-minute window. Maybe get there 5-10 minutes early, but if you have a 2 o'clock window and you get there at 12, you are waiting for 2 hours. Like, do not get there early. They will make you wait. There's
So remember when I sent you the pictures in Alaska, all those people that showed up early? I
uh-huh,
have video proof on that
uh-huh,
vlog from Embarkation Day. If you guys want to see it on
mm-hmm.
YouTube, they made you stand outside. There were no places to sit either. You are setting yourself up to start a miserable vacation.
There's one exception. If you
Lay
are
it
in a
on.
suite, if you are staying in a suite on most cruise lines, they are allowing you to show up whenever you want. For my celebrity summit sailing, someone from the retreat shoreside called me a week ago, asked me what like bottles of liquor I wanted in my room, asked me for my pajama size for the room, asked me what juices I wanted in the room, and then she said, "What time would you have to show up to the terminal?" And I was like, "I don't know, around 12." She goes, "Okay." She's like, "I'll put you down for that, but you can show up whenever you want, even if the app tells you to show up at 2 or 3. Show up whenever you want because you're in the retreat." So that's the exception to the rule.
So if you guys want to show up whenever you want, you need to book a suite with Jason.
You got to book a suite, right? But if you paid the big bucks, you should be able to show up whenever you want.
Completely agree. Now, guys, remember, we're going to start wrapping this up. Jason has a group rates on Alaska. We've
Oh,
already got quite a few people booked. I'm
we do.
so excited for the sailing. I cannot wait. So make sure you ask about that. And if you are itching to try Virgin, Jason, you kind of have a non-official group on this one too. I mean, it is, but it
Oh no,
isn't.
no, it's a very official group. Very official group. We've got 14, 15 cabins booked on it, so a lot of people. It was Super Bowl, but the NFL moved the Super Bowl back 1 week and did not consult me. I was very upset. But
Shame.
So this is now the Pro Bowl group cruise. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. Scarlet Lady, like, I cannot wait to get all of you guys on board. We're going to have a great time on it.
It's all about trying new things.
It is trying new
Um,
things.
Tony wants to know the Aqua Suite on Apex is not part of that. Aqua Class is not part of
Aqua
the
Class is not
retreat.
on the retreat. No, someone asked me that the other day. So someone said they thought they saw Aqua Class on the retreat website. My gut tells me they were looking at the Aqua Sky Suites that are coming to the Celebrity Beyond.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's intriguing. The price tag will scare me, I bet.
It is. It's the same size as the Sky Suite, and they haven't shown us any additional. I mean, like, you get the thermal gardens. It's like, I'm going to pay 5,000 more for the thermal gardens. So I'm hoping they roll out more benefits of it. But as it is right now, I would not book someone in Aqua Sky Suite. I wouldn't do it.
I think it needs to come with a massage or something.
I mean, yeah, do
You're
that.
kind of like
Like,
how MSC has that ARIA package that includes
mhm.
like a massage and stuff like that. I feel
Yeah,
like,
I think it'd be cool. Like, hey, you get a $200 per person massage or spa credit, right?
yeah,
A complimentary hair blowout, which I would use all the time. But like, you could throw some things in there.
absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. Do not forget, join us at todayintravel.live. We would love to grow this group. We finally hit over 500 people in our group now. The 1,000
Awesome.
is the next goal. And remember, if you have questions, you can post them in there anytime. There's people that have said what ships they're sailing on. We have a who's sailing this week. We have a who's traveling this month for people doing land travel. So make sure you check that out. We would love to have you invite your friends, share your travel favorites. Anything that you want to end with, Jason?
No, just thanks for coming, guys. We love doing this every Tuesday, and we'll be back next Tuesday. I will be in sunny Florida next Tuesday, getting off APEC, so we might have to push it back, Haley. We'll talk about that. We have to
Well, we
push it
might
back.
have
I'll
to
be.
do it. We can do an after hours
We might.
while I pack
Yes.
and while you're in Florida. So
Well, I'm
maybe
in Florida,
after
but
hours next week, and then the following week, I'll be live
I'm
from Rome with you.
and I will be back here. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, have a wonderful day, and we'll see.